This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
From the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are, join us.
You are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Sister LJ Palomino, all the way here from the heart of Canada, here in the local congregation of Winnipeg South, here in the district of Manitoba. And you are now tuning into INCRadio Canada. And of course, I am not alone today. I will be here with my co-host, Kuya Bexy. Hello, Kuya Bex.
Hello to all our viewers and listeners again. Once again, INCRadio Canada. I'm Brother Bexley Utak as well, here in the heart of Canada. Of course, we're always not alone when it comes to our broadcast. So we'll start from the western part of Canada, and I believe we'll go with Ati Jonah.
Yes, hello to everyone. Hello, Ati LJ and Kuya Bex. This is your sister Jonah Lopez from the local congregation of Eastwood District of Edmonton. And to commemorate CFO Day, or Christian Family Organization Day, that happened all around the world, today's episode, we'll be diving into the topic, strengthening family bonds. Come join our discussion how you continue to strengthen your family bonds, whether you are together or even long distance. We will feature the different activities that the districts of Canada have done on CFO Day. We also have a throwback feature of our Inspiring Story segment. This is a convert story from two of our brethren here in Canada. And I'd like to give a acknowledgement and greeting to our district minister, Carolando Gaviola, our district multimedia advisor, Caramo Cruz, and our Christian Family Organization overseer, Ka Brian Taknang. Ati LJ?
Awesome. And of course, we'll also learn a refreshing drink for the summer together in our favorite segment in What's in Your Cookbook. And we'll even listen to some inspiring INC original music. But for now, let's already dive in right into our topic discussion. So like what Tita Jonah mentioned already, that we're going to dive into how we are strengthening our family bonds. And of course, our first question already is, how do you prioritize quality time together despite busy schedules and individual commitments? And I know most of us here, in fact, all of us are officers inside the Church of Christ, and we get busy sometimes. But I know one of our top priorities is as well as our spending time with our family. And I actually wanted to ask Tita Jonah, kayo po, with your family, how do you prioritize quality time together despite the busy schedule?
Yes, like you said, we're all like busy with different duties. I am a choir member as well. I am also a local chronicler. And even our children, adult children, they also have different duties. But you got to have time to spend quality time. So just last week, actually, I just came back last night from a short family vacation with my daughter. So that was kind of like a mother-daughter trip that we did, which is, it's really priceless. I would say because it's nice to be able to get away, be able to spend some time, some quality time together. And although we are busy, we have to make sure to be able to spend quality time, even for a short while, to be able to keep that bond strong at the LJ.
I love that. I love a mother daughter trip. I had one with my mom last summer, and it was actually really, really fun. And it's a nice way to kind of get to know your family member individually.
Yeah.
I know even as a whole together, sometimes you might end up talking to one family more than the other, but it's
Mhm.
nice to have that one-on-one family time together. And Tita, actually, I wanted to ask, but as a family together, what kind of activities do you guys like to do for?
We love to eat. So then when we get, I think it's the best time, and it's the best thing to do when you get to really spend. When the four of us, actually, when I celebrated my birthday, our son
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick, who lives in Calgary, he works there, but he drove 3 hours to be with
Oh.
us, like, so that we could spend the family again. So they did.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to be able to be together, even in the worship service. So he attended a worship service here, and so it's just it's priceless, and it's one of those quality times that you don't want to miss. You have to make sure to keep that, to be able to do that. uh they
Mm-hmm.
say, time flies, and life is short, so you got to do a lot of these things, and it is the quality, it's a quality time to spend together.
I definitely agree. Yes, time does fly very quickly. I know I can attest to myself with my little siblings. My little siblings are already like 11 and 12, and I was like, it just flies so
Yeah.
fast. And,
Yeah.
we can do certain activities together already now that they're a little bit more grown up. But I want to ask our other brethren in our show today as well is Brother Felix, with yourself po as well. How do you prioritize quality time together with your family despite your busy schedule and your individual commitments? And what kind of activities do you guys like to do?
Oh yes, thank you po. So in our family po, what we're doing is that we set our schedule. If we have when should we have a bonding activity, and when we have the schedule, it's important for us that whatever schedules we have to like prioritize that one that we have set in order for us to get that time for our family and have that bonding that we need. So kumbaga kung meron kaming ibang pagkakabilahan, just uh, postpone that one and go for the family bonding first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you make the best out of it. And also, Brother Felix, if you want to quickly introduce yourself as well to
Oh
our
yeah.
viewers and listeners, yes.
Right. Sorry. Well, I'm Brother Felix Gumintang from the local congregation of Maple Ridge, District of British Columbia. Hello, everyone.
Ayun, awesome, awesome. Thank you po, Kuya. And as well, I know we have so many questions we have to tackle today, and I want to ask this one to Kuya JC, kasi for our parents out there, this question is for you, and this can be a way for you to give advice on those who are new to being a parent. How do you navigate the balance between fostering independence and maintaining closeness with your children? Ayun, Kuya.
Ang hirap ng question. Pero,
Kumamot na ulo si Kuya
pero before
JC.
we answer that, I would just like to say hi to all the brethren from our district here in Calgary po, and of course our district minister, Brother Walter Tamisen, our district assistant district minister, Brother sorry, Garcia, and of course our CFO advisor, Brother Dale Vargas. Pero to answer the question, uh, ako, this is a personal experience. So I have two na medyo matanda na. One is 5, the other one is 8. And you could see the difference, or the difference on their trait or their ugali. One act like he wants to be, what do you call this? Parang hindi dominant, more of like parang he wants to be independent. The other one is so it's like malapit, or talagang he's always there. Yung eldest ang ganon. He's like parang a baby, pero he's the eldest. Yung 5 years old is the one. What I do is, this a 5 year old, I let him do what he wants to do. I will watch him. I'll give an example. When we fly from the Philippines last January, the second one feels he's independent and he feels he knows everything. So I let him go to the lavatory of the airplane. Knowing those lavatory, you need to push it so that it will open, diba? Then I let him sige go, and then I hear the loud bang, bah, 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 like all of the people are there because he cannot figure it out. Pero what I did is I let him understand what he did. I let him do what he wants to do. Pero it gives him the idea that ganun yung ganun yung nangyari. Like my dad is letting me to be independent, pero I need him. So that's what I did. I tried to show him, not force him, but show him that hey, you might be growing up, but you still need me. And that's what happened during that time. So it's either enforcing that you give them the independence, but you still have the leash to them that hey, you need us, you need to do this, blah 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 blah. Kasi kinakailangan mo ng konting space for them so that they could also grow. Pero when they grow, you could able to still mold them the way it should be. And the most important thing is yung at the young age, make sure to introduce praying and the importance of having a duty. Kasi yung 5-year-old ko, he's been like bugging me, I want to be a choir, I want to be a choir, I want to be a talagang it's like every time yung kuya, if his brother is going to a choir practice, he wants to be there even though he still cannot read. so so yun yung instill that because we will never be wrong if we're gonna instill that to the kids.
Oh, I love that, Kuya. Yes, but a lot of the times, even with my parents as well, the way I learned a lot of things was they let me do it first, and if I make a mistake, then it's a learning curve, not just for me but also for my parents. So it's a both of a bit of a learning curve for all of us. But Kuya JC, I know all your kiddos are still young, but what kind of activities do you like to do together as a family?
One thing that happened to us, ito, ko na yung share ko na lang when we flew back to the Philippines. Uh, my wife, it is my wife who was this thinking. All of our activities revolves around the kids. Wala na kaming sarili namin lakad. Siguro that comes on a certain time. Siguro until this age, ganun talaga. Kasi para kaming nakikipaghabulan din sa panahon eh. You try to spend the more time with your kids eh. Kasi darating ang time, Ate Jonas probably aware with this, darating ang time, they will not be spending time with you. They will find ways to go to your birthday, greet your birthday, pero it's not the same time that you used to spend with them. Kaya yun yung ginawa namin. Like all of the times talagang sa kanila nagre-revolve. I can't remember a time na umalis ako na hindi sila kasama even though nakakapagod at ano, we make it a point na darating sila. So activities that we do, we go to the mall. If one has like summer activities like what we call this, like a piano lesson or something, the other one is waiting with us doing other stuff. So laging kasama siya sa lakad. We don't, my wife always tells us no one will eat like alone, or it's not just the two of us, it's always the five of us. Laging ganon. Kahit sabi ko na nga, I can't remember the time that there is no chaos when we eat on a buffet. Kasi lagi na lang kaming chaos if there's a buffet. Away and everything, nag-aanuhan ng pagkain, nag-aagawan. Which is normal. Sabi ko nga, if this thing, kunyari natapos na to, hindi na to nangyayari, I'm gonna miss this.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, Kuya, take a video as much as you can, because those are the priceless moments you can't take back. Like when it happens, you're like, oh, I should have taken a video. Like even if they spilled food or anything like that, because that will bring so much memories when they're grown up. Like, oh, I did this,
Mm-hmm.
did that, right?
Kaya nga, and ang ano nga doon is, nakakaano rin, sabi mo nga is, parang, it molds them too, hindi mo alam kung ano mangyayari sa lab when they grow up, pero matatawa ka na lang when you watch them, ginawa ito yung ginawa nila, ganito yung ginawa nila. And
Yeah,
like, you'll gonna miss it talaga, pag laki nila.
yeah,
Yes, and it's both like a core memory, not only for the kids, but also for yourself. Because you can take a look back on that in the future when they're like what Tita Jonah said, when they're a little bit more grown up. But I wanted to also ask another question: is what advice do you have for parents who are trying to bridge generational gaps within their family? So it might not just be just for you as a parent, but maybe the way your parents brought you up. If you have like a lot of siblings sometimes, we're a little bit far apart. I know for myself, me and my sister, we're 10 years apart in age. So it's only now that I'm starting to appreciate a lot of the stuff that we can actually do together, because she has that mindset now that she can actually understand what's going on around her, which is really nice. And sometimes when I see a funny video online and I can show her, she actually gets it now, not like before when she was younger. I didn't have anyone to share those things with. But I know, Tita Jonah, you have a big family po. How did your parents, or even you with your own kids, how did you bridge that generational gap of like years in between po?
I, for me, because it's a little, I would say a little different because I married a little late in life. Right now I'm already, whether I admit it or not, I'm already 60, and then I have
Happy
a
belated birthday,
thank you.
Tita!
If I had known, I probably would have wanted to marry younger when I was younger. So then at least, you're growing, and then your kids are almost not almost the same age, but then because now that we're 60, and then the children are in their 20s, there are some generational gap, but then because you try to adapt to the generation now, which is more on the modern technology and all that, provided we stick and we remain within the bounds of our teachings inside the Church of Christ, that's where we draw the line, that's where we draw the boundary. They can have the independence, like I said, I mentioned earlier, Kendrick, who's, he's 24. He is on his own, per se, technically, because he's not with us anymore, he's in Calgary, but he lives with a family of officers, which makes me at peace for him to be there. But then the reason why he moved out, he says he wants to be independent. So you can't confine him to, like, no, you have to stay home. You got to give him that so then he can learn things on his own, and then it could be for his better future as well, when he's able to stand on his own. And my only condition was for him, are you able to perform without problem? Perform meaning, be able to do his duties in the Church of Christ. And he said, no problem, mom. And, the family, like I said, they're family of officers. So right there, there's peace of mind. But then at the same time, you want to be able to show them that, okay, I'm giving you this freedom, but then at the same time, you got to know your boundary. Where does it draw the line? And like I said, and we always tell them this, you got to know the teachings, you got to uphold the teachings that we learn inside the Church of Christ, what we are taught, you practice that. And so that's, that as a parent, it's a little difficult, to let him go. And, when he said, oh, I want to try to do this on my own. But you got to do that. You got to have trust. You got to give them that independence, because they won't, it'll be hard for them to learn if they won't try. And it will be hard for us to know also, have they
Mm-hmm.
learned something, if we don't even give them a
A
try to
chance.
be a chance to be able to do it on their own. So yeah,
Pero
Mm-hmm.
give and take.
yung ano, ito lang natutunan ko. Probably just share ko lang. Yung gap kasi, ako kasi yung gap is like kung ano yung ginawa ng mom and dad ko when they molded me, I want to do that too. 'Di ba? Parang the gap is naandun, pero
Mm-hmm.
parang you try to imitate what was done to you.
Mm-hmm.
Nakita mo yung saya eh. Like for us, we yung kami magkakapatid nung bata kami, we are close knit. When I say like kahit nasaan ka, we figure out nasaan ka, pupunta ka, blah 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 lahat. We try to do that. And yun yung ginagawa namin ngayon. Sabi ko nga sa eldest ko, is like, no matter what happened, if you're playing outside, look for your brother. Dapat lagi siyang katabi mo or
Mm-hmm.
so. So, ganoon din yung ginawa sa amin when they do that. So, I think yung generation gap is like naandun. Pero there are things that you want to imitate or copy on how you were before. So, medyo
Mm-hmm.
even though malaki yung gap, tinatry mo pa rin mapareho. And yun nga, nag-aabot pa rin. There's still
Mm-hmm.
a chance that they could change para magkakapareho.
Yeah.
It's so reassuring to hear to hear from the parents here, because I'm also, I'm a kadiwa, or someone who is 18 years old and above in the Church of Christ, who are not married yet, and it's nice to know what kind of advice, and as well as what kind of experience that all of our parents are going through, with even just adjusting to us, who are in a little bit more younger generation. So it's nice to hear, and it's really reassuring po. And which is one of the last things that I wanted to ask is, if you have one message to your parents or to your children, or even your grandparents, or anyone you considered in your life as a family, what would it be? So if you have any special acknowledgments, any special thank you, I want to start off. Kuya Homer, do you have any special messages to like your parents, to your grandparents?
Well, before I answer that question, we just like to touch on the first one. Since it's just me and Sister Ivan, she's gonna hit me on this one really bad. When you spend time with your family, put your put your technology away, right? Put your technology away. She gets me with that all the time, and I'm so guilty with that because we live in a technologically advancing culture, and and as much as we spend most of the time school, church, when you're with your family out of a dinner, uh, s- put your technology away and then just focus on the basics of life. Okay. Message to my mom and dad. Love you wherever you are, family. My lovely wife. Yes, you're gonna hit me later, but still, that's it. Sister LJ.
But you know that is so true, Kuya Homer, that no gadgets on the table, because that's one time that you'll be able to talk to each other, like reassuring quality time with the family.
Ayun. Tita Jonah, ikaw po, any special acknowledgements to your kiddos? Any special messages to
Those
any?
those that are already in their 20s, young adults, to Kendrick and Kayla, if you are watching, and just in case you watch this later on, just know that your dad and I are always here for you, and everything that we tell you, especially within the bounds of the teachings inside the Church of Christ, this is for your own good. And no matter what happens, stay in the church, stay focused on performing your duties inside the church, be active and be faithful all the time. Thank you, Ate Elgin.
Ayun. Kuya JC, ikaw, any special messages?
To my parents, thank you. Kasi nga, utang namin lahat. Ganun ba yung term? Parang for bringing us lahat na magkakapatid. And to my, actually to my wife, and to my kids, yung kagaya ni sinabi nila is, uh, always, panghawakan nila yung, dapat pala English kasi nga mahihirapan sila paglaki nila. Always remember the importance of being inside the church. Kasi inside the church, they will teach you how to, the importance of praying, the importance of brotherhood, the importance of family, and everything. So always stay good, stay nice, and again, yung lagi ko sinasabi, love one another, silang magkakapatid. Kasi in this world, sila yung unang-unang magmamahalan talaga. Pag kunyari mo, wala na kami yung mag-asawa, sila yung magkasama talaga lagi. So, yun yung lagi namin sinasabi. Always, kapatid mo yung unahin mo, or kuya mo, kapatid mo, punso mo. So, yun lang.
Ayun. Thank you, Kuya JC. Kuya Felix, ikaw, any messages to your parents, to your
All right.
grandparents?
So like everybody, I'm thankful also to my parents, especially sa faith na pinakita nila sa akin. Like in my case, at 21 I moved out sa family namin kasi nga I've worked abroad. So kumbaga they're not there for me every time, like hindi nila nakikita ko ano yung ginagawa ko. But of course, with the faith that I've learned from them, I'm just thankful for them. Like they are an example for me sa pagtupad ng tungkulin. So I think that's a big thing that I'm thankful for them. Kasi nga with the faith that we have, kahit saan tayo mapunte, kumbaga it's our guide. Yun po.
Ayun. Thank you, Kuya Felix. Actually, one more question. Kuya Homer, I know you have siblings, and are you guys far apart with like generational gaps in that case?
2 years apart from each other. And like what most siblings have in a nuclear relationship, it's me and the bunso who get along well. And the middle one
Mm.
is, yeah, you know who the middle one is. Brother Denny.
You know, I feel the same way, Kuya, because with me and me and my brother is the bunso, and me and my sister, mm, I guess I again, that is something that, you know, we're constantly working together as a family. And I know definitely one of the things that we like to do, like right now, we're currently traveling together, but you know, I always find the time to also perform my duties in between that. But I definitely like what you said, Kanina, Kuya Homer, about putting your gadgets away. I know for a fact that my sister is in that age where, you know, she is constantly on her phone. But once we do have like family dinner together, or any activities that we have to do together as a whole, you know, no gadgets allowed, except, you know, when we take a quick photo just to capture the moment. But other than that, you know, we don't really make sure we don't really go on our phone too much. But I quickly actually wanted to give an acknowledgments to our live chat while we're waiting for our materials. But Sister Robin Oranchuk said, greetings from the local GWS of West Loch District of Edmonton, Alberta. And she actually shared as well earlier in her show, I got to see my other nanay and her family and did the worship service with her and saw her family yesterday, spent more time with them. And and Tita Kira is actually also there. She said, good afternoon. INC Radio Canada tuning in from Sacramento District of Northeast California. And Sister Ivy is also there. Hello to Ivy. And as well as I know there was another one I wanted to also give a greeting to Tita Zenaida. She said, greetings from Midtown Toronto, District of Greater Toronto, Canada. And she actually quickly shared, for my nanay maming, we acknowledge everything you did to our family. You taught us the importance of being an Iglesia Ni Cristo member, especially in leading us to be an active officers inside the Church of Christ. And as well as Sister Irene Macaspak, hello po to all of the brethren po. Greetings from the District of Saskatchewan. So thank you everyone who quickly shared um, their their experience over there in the live chat. And for me, my one message for actually for my parents, so I just wanted to say to my mom and dad, thank you so much for constantly instilling to us how important our duty is, and to my grandparents who always constantly supports all of my duties, even though I'm so busy. And they actually recently came to Canada just about 2 months ago. So I'm so glad that after 13 long years. We were all together now here in Canada. So it was a long journey. I know definitely it was hard on them. It was heartbreaking every single time. You know, we weren't able to come here. But now that we're together, I'm definitely spending a lot more time with them and definitely appreciating their presence a lot more than I did before. So I miss them so much. Kuya Bexley, ikaw, do you have any one message for your parents, your grandparents, or anyone in your life that you considered as family?
I'd like to, of course, just give a shout out to my in-laws and as well for them supporting me, even though they're thousands of miles away. Of course, my mother is always here. She's always reminding me of all my duties, and that's always good. And of course, my lovely wife as well with me. It's a great joy that we're all together, and we're taking every opportunity to spend as much time as we have. That's it.
Ayun. Ayun. So that is it for our topic discussion. And I would just like to say thank you to our panel here today, which is so awesome to be able to hear our, how they navigate parenting, even with our busy schedules, and how they strengthen their family bond. But for now, let's go to our Christian Family Organization, or CFO Day highlight.
Again, brethren, let us continue to pray to our Almighty God that may He guide us and may He be with us and may we continue to enjoy the activities approved by the church administration. Let's enjoy our CFO Day. To all the members of the Church of Christ around the world, we greet you. Happy CFO Day!
So that was the highlight for the CFO Day here in the District of Manitoba. But I know all of the other districts of Canada also had theirs. So I wanted to ask them quickly what they also did for their CFO Day. So I want to start off with Tita Jonah in Edmonton.
Yes, CFO Day. Actually, we had it April 28th. It was a different local congregations in Edmonton. Some of them even drove like 3 hours, 4 hours, but they all went and we held it at the park. It was perfect weather. It was nice. It was around close to 30 degrees, which is really nice because we were able to do a lot of the activities. I saw on that one, we also had tug of war. We had like for the kids version, and then for the bookload or the married ones, they had that. They also had it for the kadiwa or the unmarried ones. It was so much fun, and then there's a lot of food. So there's tents from the different local congregations, but then you can go from one tent to another and just enjoy. And then there's barbecuing. There's just a lot of food, and some of the evangelical workers, they hosted bring me, so he will be asking for an item to bring to him. And it was so much fun because even the parents were helping the children to make sure to bring the items. And so it was just a one full day of just fun and excitement and laughter and so much food. That's all I got to say. So much food. And we
So
even
much
brought
food.
home, yes, we even brought home a lot of food too. So cool. And shout out and acknowledgement to every single one of the organizers of Christian Family Organization Day.
Awesome. It sounded like an awesome time over there as well. But I want to ask Kuya Homer as well. There for Greater Toronto. What did you do for your CFO Day?
Like what the Sister Jonah did in her district, I'm pretty sure in the other districts, we had different booths for the different local congregations, where they put their own food items over there. Maybe whether or not be incorporating food from a certain part of the world or part of the region in the Philippines. And we also hosted Christian Family Organization games. We started actually with a bookload going down to the CWS, so it got rowdier and rowdier. But at the same time, we're having fun. The bond of brotherhood is strengthened. So at this moment, I would like to acknowledge and thank our district minister, Brother Raul Adalia, for leading us in that wonderful activity by the church administration.
Awesome. Thank you, Kuya Homer. And like what I said in the very beginning, it looks like all of us had an awesome time for our CFO day. And we would like to acknowledge as well our all of our districts who continuously worked hard to also be able to coordinate these type of activities with us. And I know all of the families had fun, especially the CWS. I would think for the District of Manitoba, we actually did a Laro ng Lahi, which is all Filipino games that the bookloads used to play back when they were CWS or when they were younger. So I know definitely the CWS enjoyed learning those new fun games that they can play with their friends as well. But quickly, we I just wanted to go into our INC original music, which is One True God, One Faith, and I Give Thanks, which is performed live at the Iglesia Ni Cristo Europe 50th concert, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Church of Christ in Europe.
We are different races with one faith, come from different places with one destination. We're different, we are different, but the same. Different paths throughout our
blessings out on me. I see God's word time and again. So wonderful, His every plan. I'm gonna thank Him again and again and again. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Oh, rain down on me, rain down on me. I got everything I need. I got everything I need.
Awesome, awesome. So again, that was our INC original music entitled One True God, One Faith, and I Give Thanks, performed at the 50th anniversary of the Church of Christ in Europe. And we want to quickly go to our catching up with Canada. Welcome back to Catching Up with Canada. Let's see what our brethren have been up to this week and what other activities we can expect. Awesome, awesome. So for the district of Edmonton, just yesterday they had their secretary and chroniclers special gathering at at the Wellington Chapel, which took place at 7:30 p.m. and as well as a Christian Family Organization special gathering and oath taking of new officers tomorrow, May 19 at 6 p.m. at the Eastwood Chapel. And over there, Kuya Homer, what do you have for catching up with Canada for Greater Toronto?
Well, for catching up with Canada, I would just like to acknowledge all the local congregations here in the District of Greater Toronto for participating in our very, very successful Praises Be to our Almighty God musical evangelical mission that was held last Sunday at the school at in Erin Gate. That was on May 12th. So praises be to our Almighty God, and thank you to the church administration.
Awesome, awesome. What about their brother Felix in BC?
Yes, well, here in our district, British Columbia, we have our Binhi Friendship Day. It's on May 19, 2024. It's tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Search Chapel Compound. And May 20, we have our Unity Games basketball and volleyball at SFU and Jerome Sports Center. Sorry. And May 26, musical evangelical mission at Massey Theater at 7 p.m. So see you there, po.
Awesome. Thank you, Brother Felix. And for the District of Manitoba, we also had our musical evangelical mission last Sunday, which was truly, truly inspiring. We were able to invite our guests and as well be able to inspire them through our INC original music. Now let's go over to our CFO in action. So let's start off again with the District of Edmonton. They're having again their CFO special gathering tomorrow, Sunday, and as well as their CFO outdoor games, which is taking place Monday, May 20. And there's a local parade that will start at 8 a.m. There in Edmonton, and as well as the District of Calgary, they're having their CFO day, but featuring 3-on-3 basketball tournament which is taking place May 20th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And for the District of Manitoba, we have our Unity Games taking place tomorrow, May 19th and 20th. So our players need to be registered by 7:30 in the morning. And May 20th, we have our Parade of Colors starting at 8 a.m. And what about their Kuya Homer in Greater Toronto?
Once again, thank you, LJ. Here in the District of Greater Toronto, we have on May 24, there will be a Binhi a Bible Mission, a video presentation and socializing. And on May 25, there will be the Holy Baptism. It will be held in the Chapel of Toronto. And May 26, Sunday at 2 p.m., there will be a Binhi cleanup drive. Ayan, queuing in our Kuya Tech for the next video, a throwback segment of an inspiring story featuring the convert story of Brother Ronald from the local congregation of Winnipeg, South District of Manitoba, and Brother Sean from the local congregation of Saskatoon, District of Saskatchewan. Please enjoy.
This is Inspiring Stories brought to you by the INC Radio Canada Satellite Studio as we listen to inspiring stories from our brethren all over Canada. Let's listen to the inspiring story of two brothers from the District of Manitoba. Our first stop, the city of Winnipeg.
My name is Brother Ronald Albert. I was born in Ottawa, Ontario in June 1968 and I'm 53 years old. I belong to the local congregation of Winnipeg, District of Manitoba.
Now let's meet our next brother from the neighboring province, Saskatchewan, in the city of Saskatoon.
Hi, I'm Brother Sean Hinachu. I'm 42 years old. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I was born and raised here. I'm from the local of Saskatoon in Clastico District of Manitoba, and my offices are Deacon and Secretary.
Brother Albert and Brother Sean will now share with us how they joined the Church of Christ or the Iglesianicristo. What interested you in joining the Church of Christ or the Iglesianicristo?
When I came into the church, the thing that I was mostly looking for was the search for God's truth. And when I heard the truth in the church about the Bible and all the answers coming from the Bible, it really made me want to become a member of the church. I truly believe that God brought me to the church and that I truly am blessed to be a part of it.
What about you, Brother Ronald?
I was introduced to the God's message, then noticed that the church was highly organized and united. Basically that the teachings by the ministers are basically the same everywhere, which are taken directly from the Bible without changing the words from the Bible. I attended Bible studies.
What is your first impression of the brethren inside the church?
My first impression when I came inside the church was I attended the worship service, and when I arrived, people were very welcoming. They welcomed me to the church. They directed me where I was supposed to sit. They were just really, really nice to me, and it was a good feeling because I had been to other churches and I didn't get that same feeling, so it truly was something special.
The brethren that I met inside the Church of Christ is loving, caring, and nice to each other. I felt very welcome and was invited to attend Bible studies in the brethren's home. While in Bible studies, the brethren were very hospitable.
How different is the Church of Christ from the religion you were in before?
In my previous religion, they worship statues and idols. Church of Christ worship service is solemn and organized, and the brothers and the sisters sit separately. Jesus is the head of the church. Ministers are sealed by God and work as the messengers in His name to spread the teachings that come directly from the Bible.
Growing up, I never really had a religion. Our family didn't practice any religion, so when I got older, I started searching. Ended up going to the Catholic Church later on, which of course is more ritualistic. It's just more of a non-lively feeling, I guess you'd say. And then when I'm coming to the Church of Christ, everything was based from the Bible. All the answers were from the Bible. There was no, personal opinions. So when I heard all this truly made sense that this was the true church.
What other stories can you share with us, brothers?
I've been more happy with my life. I've been able to go on in this life and just be more positive, because before everything was just not, I wasn't happy. I wasn't very joyful. And so now that I have this, I have my duties, which make me feel really proud. And I also have my family, who I love dearly. And it's truly an amazing feeling to know that God's given me these gifts. And I am proud to be a member of the Church of Christ.
I was truly blessed and felt honored and privileged to have the chance in a lifetime to be invited to travel to the Philippines and become baptized in grand baptism in Philippine arena. I met brothers and sisters from around the world of many ethnicities, but the one Christian culture that we are all the same path. I remember being in the Philippines arena. It was completely filled up entirely of brothers and sisters in the faith. That day, over 18,000 brothers and sisters were baptized in the Philippines, including those of many chapels throughout the Philippines. That day, all newly baptized brethren and brothers and sisters in the faith were placed in the Guinness Book of World Records, the most brothers and sisters to ever be baptized in the world in a single day. There were many brothers and sisters that congratulated and welcomed all the brothers and sisters that traveled there from around the world. The brothers and sisters I met after my baptism greeted us with open arms, and this really touched my heart. Those that I met were really inspired me. Maybe because many of us traveled a very long to be together with God and our spiritual renewal of life and being reborn. This experience I will never forget, and this will stay in my memories for the rest of my life.
I'd like to send a shout out to all the brethren here in the locale of Saskatoon. Just continue to be safe, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you once again to Brother Ronald and Brother Sean for sharing their story with us here on our segment Inspiring Stories, once again brought to you by the INC Radio Canada Satellite Studio. Tune in again next time.
All right. So again, that was our inspiring stories featuring Brother Ronald from the local congregation of Winnipeg South, the District of Manitoba, and Brother Sean from the locale of Saskatoon, District of Saskatchewan. And now let's go to our What's in Your Cookbook, which is peach lemonade to enjoy on a hot summer day. Today's episode in What's in Your Cookbook, we learn how to make peach lemonade. Here's everything that you're going to need. Of course, you need your peaches, your sugar, and as well as our lemons and a lemon squeezer. First step is cut your lemons into halves. Now time to squeeze out your lemon juice. A lemon squeezer is very optional, so you can also just use your hands. Now dilute your lemon juice with some water. Next up is to blend your peaches. Now add your blended peaches to your lemon juice. And of course, add some sugar to your liking. And then you just mix. Make sure to put this in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours, and then you can enjoy this on a hot summer day. Thank you for tuning in to What's in Your Cookbook. Make sure to tune in again next time for more recipes. So that was our What's in Your Cookbook, which is peach lemonade to enjoy on a hot summer day. Mga kuya ko nagtatawanan dito in the background eh. But before we end up our show, oh sorry, Kuya Bex, nakita ko nag-unmute ka, yes.
Wala. Sinasabi ko lang nung sinabi mo na 2 to 3 hours, kala ko 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 hours lang. Tapos,
Yes.
lagyan nyo na lang ng ice to
Ah,
make it faster.
oh, that's true.
Ayan. And before we end off our show, we actually wanted to do a quick Christian value takeaway to be read by Kuya Homer.
Thank you, Sister LJ. Today's episode has highlighted the significance of actively investing in our family relationships, whether it's through shared experiences, effective communication, or fostering a sense of unity. We've learned that strong family bonds don't happen by chance. They require intentional effort and commitment from all members. By prioritizing quality time together, listening with empathy, and embracing our differences, we can build resilient connections that withstand the tests of time. Remember, the journey of strengthening family bonds is ongoing, but the rewards of deeper understanding, support, and love within our families are immeasurable. Most of all, we should always foster our family relationships by participating in the many activities inside the church, whether it be through a Christian family organization activity or performing your duties all together. The guidance and love of our Almighty God is the best blessing we can receive for our family.
Ayun. Thank you, Kuya Homer. And let's go to our final shoutouts now because we're going to end up our show in a little bit. Since you were talking to Kuya Homer, any last shoutouts for you over there in Greater Toronto?
If I have missed anyone from my family, I would like to say we love you. I love you, Brother Denny and Brother Michael. Say hi and regards to everyone there and to my family in the Philippines as well.
Ayun. Brother Felix, any last shoutouts for you over there in BC?
Yes, well, I'd like to greet my family in the Philippines and also to our resident minister, Brother Jaisal Constantino, and to my co-church officers in our local Maple Ridge, and also to our district supervising minister, Brother Glendo Vaitan, and to his family po. Thank you po.
Ayun, thank you, thank you. I would like to also say my final shoutouts. So, again, as well, greetings to my INC Radio podcast family, to Brother Cal Solano, Brother Alvin Hagos, and as well as the rest of the crew, which is Sister Angelica Amores from New Jersey, as well as Sister Ina all the way there in Cavite, Sister Chloe from Adelaide, Australia, Brother Jacob there in Central Philippines, and as well as Sister Chelsea Estrella all the way there as well in Central. So hello to my INCRadio podcast crew, and I'm just gonna quickly also insert that we also release our episodes every Friday here abroad at 10 p.m. Central Time, or it'll be 11 a.m. Philippine time Saturday morning. Brother Bexley, any last shout outs and final greetings for you?
Uh, Again, I said everything I wanted to greet. Of course, my in-laws, my parent, my mother, and as well as my wife. But also tomorrow, Unity Games for the District of Manitoba. We'll see you all there. So again, registration is at 7:30. Games start at 8:30. We're gonna have fun tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow again.
Kuya Homer, Kuya Felix, punta na kayo dito. Kaya support our Unity Games. But anyways, again, thank you for tuning into INC Radio Canada. And Brother Bexy's gonna say our final acknowledgements before we end off our show.
Before we, of course, end our show, our special acknowledgement goes to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and to our Christian Family Organization coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, for everything that you do for all of us, for your love and concern. We appreciate them, po. Thank you, and we love you so much, po. And of course, we like to extend our actual greeting as well to our district here, our district minister, Brother Roland W. Andrade, our assistant district minister, Brother Rodrigo Malaca Jr., our CFO and district multimedia advisor, Brother Ivan Pascual.
Ayun, see you again next week for INC Radio Canada. That'll be our show today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all the way there in the live chat for tuning in and
Yes.
supporting.
Thank you, Kuya Tech, for helping us as well
Thank you,
tonight.
Kuya Tech.